Chào mọi người, em tên là Trần Mộng Hương. Hôm nay em sẽ trả bài Speak Up A, Race and the Little Dog lần 1 có bản test.
Any questions? You must answer every question. You can answer with just one word or two words. Pause your computer or pause your phone. Answer the question, then play again. It's very important. Answer every question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's start Speak Up A for Grace and the Little Dog. Grace buys a new bicycle. Does Grace buy a new bicycle?
Yes, she does. She buys a new bicycle.
Of course, yes, she does. She buys a new bicycle. What does Grace buy? A new car or a new bicycle?
A new bicycle. Grace buys a new bicycle.
A new bicycle. Grace buys a new bicycle. How old is Grace?
19. She is 19 years old.
19. She is 19 years old. Where does Grace live?
Grace lives in Hanoi, Vietnam.
Well, Grace lives in Hanoi, Vietnam. Do you love Vietnam?
Yes, I do love Vietnam very much.
Well, of course. Yes, I do love Vietnam very much. Who buys a new bicycle?
Grace buys a new bicycle.
Grace. Grace buys a new bicycle. Does the little dog buy a new bicycle?
No, the little dog doesn't buy a new bicycle. Grace buys a new bicycle.
No, the little dog doesn't buy a new bicycle. Grace buys a new bicycle. Is the bicycle old or new?
New. The bicycle is new.
New. The bicycle is new. What color is Grace's bicycle?
It's blue.
Well, it is blue. Is it red?
No. Is it red? Is it blue? Grace's bicycle is blue.
No, it isn't red. It is blue. Grace's bicycle is blue. While riding down the road, what does Grace see?
She sees a small dog riding down the road.
You know, she sees a small dog while riding down the road. Where is Grace riding her bicycle?
She is riding down the road.
Of course, she is riding down the road. Does Grace see a cat or a dog while riding down the road?
A dog. She sees a small dog. She doesn't see a cat.
A dog. She sees a small dog. She doesn't see a cat. What color is the dog's fur?
The dog's fur is brown.
The dog's fur is brown. What does Grace do when she sees the dog?
She calls out to the dog.
Well, she calls out to the dog. Does Grace think the dog is cute?
Yes, she thinks the dog is very cute.
Of course. Yes, she thinks the dog is very cute. Is the dog ugly?
No, it isn't ugly. The dog is cute.
No, it isn't ugly. The dog is cute. What does Grace say to the dog?
She says, hello, little dog.
She says, "Hello, little dog." Does the dog talk back to Grace?
No, it doesn't. The dog just wags his tail and ignores Grace.
No, it doesn't. The dog just wags his tail and ignores Grace. What does Grace give the dog? A cookie or a toy?
A cookie. Grace gives the dog a cookie.
Of course, a cookie. Grace gives the dog a cookie. Does the little dog eat bananas?
No, the little dog doesn't eat bananas.
No, the little dog doesn't eat bananas. Does the dog eat the cookie?
Yes, the dog happily eats the cookie.
Well, yes, the dog happily eats the cookie. What does Grace say when the dog comes closer?
She says, good dog, you're so smart.
She says, "Good dog, you're so smart." Is the dog stupid?
No, the dog isn't stupid. It is smart.
No, the dog isn't stupid. It is smart. After eating the cookie, what does the dog do?
It runs off to play with another dog.
It runs off to play with another dog. How does Grace feel after playing with the dog?
She feels happy and says, today is a fun day.
You know, she feels happy and says, "Today is a fun day." Where does Grace go after meeting the dog?
She goes home riding her bike.
She goes home, riding her bike. Does she ride to work?
No, she doesn't ride to work.
Well, no. She
She
doesn't ride
rides
to work.
home.
Grace rides home. Does Grace know the dog before?
No, it's their first meeting.
No, it is their first meeting. Does Grace ride home thinking about the dog?
Yes, she rides home still thinking about the cute dog. Cảm ơn mọi người đã xem video của em.
Yes, she rides home still thinking about the cute dog. The end. See you in the next lesson with the Ang English.